All right.
I was like, oh.
See who's joined us today. Let's take a look. Oh, hello everybody. Excellent. Okay, nice to see you all. My name's Jennifer. This is Beading is Medicine. We're from the First Nations Family Advocate Office. Yeah, we wanted to do this for a while. I can introduce everybody that joins us this week. So this week, we always have Stephanie Sinclair here, who's going to be leading us through doing the fringe earrings. We're really grateful for her to teach us this because this is a tough one, but we're really thankful that she's here to kind of guide us through this part. We also have Sarah Flattery helping us too, and she's learning. We're all learning together here. I consider myself a beginner as I kind of start these earrings too, but I've also started picking up an interest in beading, and I've been doing some flat stitch. And yeah, I've been really enjoying it. So this one's a little bit tougher. I find flat stitch a bit easier, but as we go along, we're going to finish this project and then we're going to move on to some other stuff. So I hope you continue joining us. And we'll always put the recordings up online too, so you can kind of keep up and follow, and we'll share them too. So if anybody misses a class, they can at least kind of check in and see where we left off. And yeah, so we're probably going to jump in here and check in, but if at any point you have any questions, feel free to just pipe up and just say that you want to ask us. And if you need us to slow down too, I usually try to jump in and ask questions too, because I'm a little bit behind. I had some little bit of trouble in the beginning there, but yeah, so we're just kind of figuring out the kinks as we go. This is kind of our first workshop like this because of COVID. We've had to put a lot of stuff online, so filming stuff's a bit of a different way to do this. Ideally, we'd want to do this in person, so it's a lot easier to provide help, you know, kind of just going person to person. But yeah, so we've tried to figure out a filming setup. I think we got a nice setup going on so far. But yeah, if you have any questions or any pointers or any feedback, please feel free to let us know. And you can also use the chat feature on Zoom if you have any questions and you just want to pop it in there too. We'll always try to check in and make sure we're looking and answering questions there. And Chris is also manning our camera, so he'll be mindful of just spotlighting what Steph is doing and just to make sure everything's clear. And yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to let us know.
Is there anybody that needs to start their earrings?
If anybody's just starting from the beginning, yeah.
I was cleaning up my beads here. One thing I noticed, a lot of people have like bead soup. Does anybody know what bead soup is? It's a bunch of beads all mixed together that are like different colors. Like if I mix these all in a bowl together, they would call that bead soup.
I get it.
I hate when my beads get mixed together. So after when I'm done, I'll be going through these and separating them. See that? Yeah, I never do that.
I saw this girl online. She bought this like teeny tiny vacuum for her bead setup for when she spills. So she like sucks them all up and then she like goes through it.
Yeah,
that was a good idea.
A nylon.
Yeah,
Like a nylon for your foot.
that's so funny, eh?
I think that I'm gonna mute myself there. I don't know why I keep pressing that. Okay, so is everybody ready to do fringes?
I'm a little bit behind, but you can go ahead. I'm just I'm at the row with 4 beads, so I'm almost caught up there. But go ahead.
What I was thinking there last week is that I should have counted out all the beads that are on this pin here. So these are my two little tops that I have.
Oh yeah.
And here is the earring that we're going to do. What I was saying is that I should have counted them this week, like how many blue beads are actually on each one.
Oh, it looks so pretty. Such a beautiful color.
One of these away. So this is what we're going to be doing right here. And I will count the beads.
Yeah, one of my mistakes that I was making when I was doing this was that I was you said going up through the bottom, and I thought you meant the bottom as in like the bottom facing the needle. And that's where I kept making myself all tangled up. But then, yeah, once you told me that you're going up from the bottom when it sits down on the row, then that helped. And then I kind of was able to figure it out. So now I'm moving along. I'm at the row with 3 beads. So
That's
exciting
nice
stuff.
Okay, so for the very first fringe that we're gonna do has 36 beads. my solid color is the turquoise. So I'm going to do 36 turquoise beads.
Oops, wrong color here. And those ones you want to make sure they're the same size too, I guess, eh?
Yeah. I noticed that with like fringe beads, sometimes like you'll count the beads. I'll count the beads, but sometimes when I go more into my design, sometimes I won't count them because sometimes they
Okay.
won't look perfect. And then sometimes I
Oh,
can
right.
just take one bead off and then it'll look, the design will look straight. There's 10, 12.
It's a lot easier to use the long needle. Holy smokes. I was using that short one. What a difference.
I know I'm using the short one right now because my long needle's like on a different project and I can't cut it off.
Oh.
Ah, short little stubby.
Yeah, what a difference that makes.
I always have like about four needles going. So I have one sitting here in my tray. I have the one I'm working with. I have my other one that's on the other piece of this. And then I
Oh,
have
yeah.
another one just in case I needed to start with somebody to do the first row.
Nice. And you said that the fringes usually kind of help straighten things out, eh?
Yeah, because we're going to
So-
go up inside those bugle beads again with the fringes.
Right. So now that I'm at the last two, I guess it's my row with 2 beads, that's where I put the 6 beads on for the loop, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 30.
Okay, I have 36 beads on there. And this is where I'm going to add my color, like on the fringe here.
Okay.
There's a couple
Yeah.
colored beads here. There's a black, like the 4 colors,
Yeah.
and a bugle bead. So I'm going to add that. Do black.
I think I just messed something up here.
Best thing to do if you feel you mess something up, sometimes you can back up your work by just pulling the needle off and then pulling the thread out and backing up the bead.
Yeah, I think I put the wrong like yellow color. I was gonna put like more of a darker orange, but I think I'll just add another. I have like an off-white, so instead of like the lightest yellow, I'll do like a off-white, then a white, right? Because you need 4 colors.
Yeah. See, I just realized too that I have what is it? White bugle beads. So instead of doing my design with the black on the top, I'm going to put the white on the top instead. So that
Okay.
it kind of like, you won't be able to really see my white bead if I
Yeah.
do it that way, because I'll have a white bugle bead right underneath it. So I'm going to turn my design around, go this way instead. So see, I put the black on the bottom so that when I add that bugle bead, it'll show the bugle bead more. Like that. So that's going to be the first fringe.
Gotcha.
Are people following?
That's your first fringe, you said?
Yeah.
So you got 36 on there, and now you're doing the end of it?
Yeah, I did 36 beads, then I added the color, and then the color that was on the end, and 1 bugle bead.
Okay. I'm just still finishing up my top, but I will join you shortly. So for the top is 6 beads, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the loop.
Okay.
can each separate it.
And then after that bugle bead, how many do you add on?
3.
3? Okay,
3 of the solid colors. So mine is turquoise.
great. I'm
Three
just doing
turquoise.
mine all color for my first one.
All one color.
Yeah, just keep it
Okay.
simple.
So
Then fancy.
with those 3 beads, I'm going to leave them laying there and go up inside the bugle bead, all the way up inside those beads with your thread. So I'm going to leave those 3 beads aside because that's what's going to hold the fringe there. I'll go up inside these beads. I'll let you guys see. You see how my thread is coming up in a loop and there's those 3 beads. Those 3 beads are going to sit like that underneath that bugle bead.
Oh. Can I ask you a quick question about the top really quick, just about the top loop?
Yeah.
So, okay, so I have my needle here. Do I put one color on first or do I put all 6 on?
All 6. Put all 6
All
on.
s- And don't go under the loop yet?
What do you mean?
Like, you know, the loop you said you have to go between the 2 beads. I don't go under there yet until I have all 6
No,
beads on,
no,
right?
no. So when you add those 6, shoot, I don't have a piece here. So remember when I said you add the 6 beads? So
Yeah.
say you're coming out here, you add the 6 beads and then you go down inside the bead beside it. So you've come
okay.
out here, but you want to go down inside here now.
Okay. I think I'm still missing a row then. I think that's
So
kind of
make
where I
it
went
work.
wrong. I still need to put 2 more and then put 6 on, I think, hey?
How does yours look? I can't see.
Mine looks like this.
Oh, almost tipped my thing over again.
Is that,
Oh, that looks good. You need
so I put,
just two of the turquoise beads now.
and then I put 6 after the 2, right?
And then you put the 6 after the 2.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So you finally got it.
Yay.
Oh, my darn beads. Don't mess with my beads.
And then do you go up that bugle bead too?
Yes.
Okay, that last.
So I'm going to go up. I'm going to go up inside all these beads.
Okay.
It's harder to work, I find, when I can't hold my work in my hands.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go up through the rest of these beads and up through that bugle bead. I'm going to come up inside that,
Okay.
up through that bugle bead. And with the fringes, you want to make sure not to pull them too tight, because if you pull them too tight, they're going to look like this, and then they're not going to dangle, right? So you got to kind of make sure they're not too tight, but not too loose. And then after you're up through that bugle bead, what you're going to do is you're going to go down through the next bugle bead beside it to add the next fringe. Going down through the second bugle bead.
So now that I'm through the loop, I can go just down to the bead right under it, right? To straighten it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The baby's going for a walk. She's just grumpy.
Oh,
That's my first fringe.
nice. Looks great.
And this is where the design is going to come into, like these next few rows.
So after I go through the bead below it, you said you can kind of just go through different beads to straighten it out. Where should I go from here?
Yeah, just work your way through beads and just try make sure that like say if you're going inside one of these beads up here.
Yeah, I went into the black one underneath
So
it.
say if you're going inside the middle black bead there, you want to go
Yeah.
down inside one of the two underneath it so that you can't really see the thread. You got to keep
Okay.
connecting them so that you don't see the thread. You don't want your thread to overlap over beads, right?
Right. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to this one then.
Okay, so there's the first fringe. Did you guys get that?
Yeah, I just got a crazy little knot somehow in my thread.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Nice.
hello. I think I need to.
Yeah, I can see that fringe. Yeah, looks good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, looks good.
Baby girl, is it snack time? Huh? Deanna. I think she needs a snack. Look at her.
Cute. I also need a snack. Just kidding.
I'm eating chicken soup while I'm beading.
Nice.
Okay, I guess I better get counting the next row. So my next row, excuse me, is going to be this one right here. I'm going to add 5 turquoise for me. Now I should write this down, right?
Sure.
While I'm
That's always good.
while I'm actually counting the beads, I'll write it down.
I saw this girl and she like bought a little tiny watercolor set, like the kind that you do like paint by numbers with, and she just like mixes the colors to like color her thread to her beads. I thought that was kind of cool. Because sometimes I guess if you have a little spot that's showing and it's driving you bonkers, you just color it in.
Oh,
I like to, if you're doing flat stitching and stuff and you're doing colored work, I like to color behind, like say, if I'm doing a flower or something, I would like to print out a piece of paper of that flower and
Yeah.
then color it of the colors that I want, that I'm going to bead on it. That way you
Yeah.
don't see the white through the work.
Ah, that makes sense.
So there's 36 turquoise beads first row. So there's 5 turquoise. And there's 11 white beads. There's 11 white beads.
Oh, I was wondering how to start the. Do I tie off the fringe or like do I?
No, don't. No, there's no knots in the in this
Okay.
beading at all.
How do I
You don't
start?
need no knots.
I didn't see the beginning of how to start the fringing. I know I got the 36 beads like, but I just don't. Do I just like thread it in it? The first one, or I can watch you on the second one. Sorry.
Do you have thread already on your work?
Oh, I have to put the thread through first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I would do is say if you have a top piece like this already.
Where are you? Hold on a second, please. Oh, you're right there. Okay.
You
Yeah,
have
I
a top.
all of
You
that.
have the top piece, right? So
I
what
have
I would
all
do is I would thread thread the needle, and then I would put a knot at the end of it.
Oh, okay.
And then, because if you're starting fresh like that, then what you would want to do is like say start somewhere on this bead right here. See this turquoise bead?
Yeah.
You might want to start around there
Okay.
on that row.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so what I would suggest is going inside here, inside the,
Inside the beads, and then right
Okay,
off to
go-
the long bead.
yeah. And then you'll want to bring that whole thing down through here to start your fringes.
Okay.
Like
do
that,
I use?
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
thank you.
knot will be up here, and then you'll work your way down just to come out one of these end beads here. Okay?
Alrighty. Okay. Thanks.
Thread. I rethread my needle.
Do you ever go through the top loop ever again, or do you just leave one loop in there?
No, that's what I was saying. I always work my way down, and then I go
Yeah.
back up into it. That way,
Up-
my thread in the loop is doubled.
Okay, I'm gonna go back up
Because-
through it then.
Yeah, because you don't want that to be a weak spot where your
Right.
earring hook is gonna go.
Ah, good tip. Okay, so now I'm coming back through the bottom of my loop. This is very exciting. Aha, I've made it through almost all the beads. It's very exciting. So this is where you tie the knot, eh? And then you use a lighter.
You work your way through the beads. Work your way through the beads. That way the thread doesn't come loose. And then
Yeah,
cut
I
it
did.
off.
I already worked through it once, and then I came up around the other side. Should I go more or just leave it at that?
Or you can leave it at that. If you feel it's good enough, then that's where you can leave it.
There's one more spot I kind of want to fix actually.
Oh,
I wonder if I could go there.
Okay, so my second row, I added the 5 turquoise beads. I added 11 white beads.
Sound rude.
I'm gonna pick up a yellow, orange, a red, and a black. Oh, how many black? So there is 8, 10, 11 black too.
Oh, what the heck? There we go. Got too excited there.
I find the cleanest thing for me is I like when I have hanks of beads, and then I can just bead right off of the hank.
Oh yeah, that's pro
It's
level.
almost it's almost like having a hank of beads like this and then just going like that and then pulling them off.
Nice.
It's easy and it's a lot cleaner. You don't make a big mess of beads. So starting to show the colors. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 blue beads. 12, so mine are turquoise. Is everybody following? Oh,
Okay. There we go. Ooh, I want 2 dangles or whatever they're called.
We're making
Okay.
danglers.
Yeah.
And then color.
I always remember my mom like talking about the bugle beads busting because they'd be too
Oh,
tiny. So she'd get so upset and lost all her work. And then she just stopped making them.
Aw.
okay, so there's my second one. I'm just gonna add the 3 for the bottom.
Okay, I think I finished the first top. Holy.
Good job.
Do you want to see it?
Let's see.
Oh.
Ooh, pretty.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Yeah.
So happy. That was a journey.
3rd week, you got it.
Yeah. So you just tie a little knot in there and then you melt it, you said, eh?
Yeah, I cut it and then I melt it with like a lighter.
Awesome. I'm gonna wrap this, try to pull this string deeper in here because it kind of looks a little goofy.
Speaking of that earlier, I said I was gonna burn mine and I didn't. Okay, so
Nice.
this is the second fringe. I'm gonna leave those 3 down there and go up inside that pupil. Does everybody have like sewing machines or anything like that?
No, I don't. I should get one though, but I'm not
Would-
very savvy.
Yeah, it'd be nice to do a sewing one too.
Yeah, I'd love to do a skirt. Hey, that'd be really cool.
I have
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Like-
we'd have to like check about that if you have your own materials. Sometimes materials, like I noticed that just regular, say broadcloth at the fabric store would only cost, I think it's $2.95 a meter, $3 a meter.
Oh,
Most
yeah.
people would need 2 meters for a skirt. And
Oh,
the
okay.
ribbons are usually like 40 cents a yard. So that's really cheap. You can get like
Nice.
lots of ribbon for just like $5.
So do you thread? So now that I'm at the other side, do I thread that side, eh? For the fringes?
You didn't have your long thread, right? You would
No,
do the same
I
thing
was-
that you would do the same thing that I told the other lady.
Yeah.
So you would add a knot.
Okay, so you add a knot on the sorry, this is the long side now, and I'm working off that now that I'm doing fringes, right?
Yeah. So the long side, is it already attached to your work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then just start working with it because it should be hanging out the bottom of your bugle bead.
Yeah, it's hanging out the last one there. That makes sense,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Then
Okay.
just start adding the fringes. Like I said, 36 on the very first one. Actually,
it sh-
36 plus the colored ones. So
Okay.
35 beads plus the bugle bead.
35 plus the bugle bead. Okay. And then the last 4 there are those colors?
Yeah.
Okay. And I can tie a knot at this end, right?
No, not if it's attached to your work.
Okay, so just leave it for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 2 fringes.
I should have that slack like I do the other time. Like that elbow length or whatever.
No.
No? Okay. Gotta get my beads. Ooh.
Well, it's always just a one thread, but every time it gets closer to being to the end like that, then just push
Okay.
your needle closer to the end of the thread. Like
Gotcha.
you're gonna pull
Okay.
your needle off.
You know what I was laughing about after I left your place, Steph?
Hmm.
Is that like I ran up to your fence and you handed me this little bag full of like little white things? I thought that was kind of funny.
A bag
So
of white
cool.
stuff. Oh geez.
This
That
looks kind of
doesn't sound
funny.
good.
This looks all crazy. Where did my beads go? There they are. Yeah, it's so funny. I bought 4 different types and all the wrong size. Smarty pants. It's okay. I have another big project I want to work on, so I got this thing. I'll show it to you at the end.
You know what? I haven't seen in a really long time, but I thought that were really nice is earrings like this made out of brick stitch, but
Let's see.
all bugle beads.
Oh,
I've done a pair before. You have to be really careful working with all bugle beads because it will cut your thread
right.
because they're so sharp on the ends.
You think it helps to wax it when it's like that?
No, not really. Just because
Okay,
the
they're
bugle
just-
beads are glass and sharp. Okay, so the next one is going to be 3 turquoise for me. Is anybody else doing this design or is everybody just doing their own?
For myself, I'm using my own because I find my thread is a little shorter on one side. So I don't know if I'll have enough to go through, but it's working. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the patience.
Oh, yeah. Whatever I said to the other lady about working, like adding a knot on your thread and then working your way through the beads and then just coming down through the bugle bead
Just
that
vicious.
you need to get to when you're adding thread.
The sound just cut out for me. I didn't hear a lot of what you said for some reason.
About me?
Yes.
Oh, what I was saying is that what did I just say? I forget. You're gonna have to watch the video.
Fair enough.
What I was saying is that if you need to add more thread, just do the same thing that I told the other lady is just like say if you're in the middle here and you run out of thread, just add like thread, put a knot in it and come in up here somewhere.
Oh,
Work your way
okay.
in from over here and then work your way down the beads to get to that bugle bead that you need to get to.
Okay.
And then your knot will be in the corner over here somewhere.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you had to just, yeah, okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
And I only saying what I do when I bead. It's not like I don't even know what other people do, but that's just what I do. Okay, so on my third one, I added 3 turquoise beads.
We're so much more quieter this time. Maybe we're just really tired.
I think it's that we're really concentrating this time. Because I know when I'm beading too, I get really quiet. And I noticed when, like, say when I'm starting my design, this is where it's gonna show how I want my beads to look. Like I said, not every time you can count your beads. Sometimes I might need to crack a bead off for it to look nice in the design. But see, I see this one's gonna add up because this white is up here and then this white's way down here. So I don't want them to be straight in one line. I want them to go kind of in a V. Like that. You know, I haven't beaded in a long time, and I'm like, I find that every week I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, it's been really nice, eh?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't schedule enough time for like art stuff. And so like this kind of is like it's always part of my week now. And I think that's kind of getting me in a better mindset to you know, get back to my painting and drawing and stuff too.
Yeah, definitely. I've been like taking turns from painting to sewing to now beading. Who knows what we'll do
Nice.
next? I think it'll be ribbon skirt making or something because I've been like making ribbon shirts, but now I'm gonna
Cool.
focus on myself.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Do you know how to make a ribbon shirt from scratch?
Yeah, I watched this video from this lady in the States and she made one for her son. And then I just tried it out. And then the person that I made it for, I was like, this is just the learning one. I'm like, you're probably not going to like it. And he's like, oh, I'm going to probably love it. And then he ended up loving it. And I was like, yes.
Nice.
Yeah. It was a little too tight though. But so I had to like open up the side and put in like an extra piece, but it worked out because I made a mistake on the sleeve with one of the ribbons. They were too spaced apart. It was like two red ones, and then I had to put a black one in the middle. And so the black siding part, it ended up matching. So both my mistakes worked out.
Oh, that's good. Nice.
Yeah.
Happy accidents, as Bob Ross says.
Yeah.
So 35 on the first one, including the bugle bead, right?
Yeah.
So the last four colors should be your
Yes.
4 colors, right?
It was
Like they're-
36.
36? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then 31 of like my main color, my 4, and then my bugle bead. Does that make sense?
I did, so all of the blue ones is 36, and that's not even counting the colored ones. down
Oh,
here yet.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's 36 of what I have here in blue.
Okay.
So my turquoise here too is 36, but that's not counting the colored ones down here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking that, well, since we've started the fringes, maybe next week, somebody will come back and they'll be like, look at my earrings.
Yeah.
If we don't get to finish, like everybody doesn't get to finish, they might want to work on it on their own.
Yeah.
During the week.
The video too. I think they like watching that.
Yeah. I'm just picking up my 3 for my third row. Puppy.
Okay, so 36. And then it should be like a red, orange, yellow, white, right?
Yeah, I do white, yellow, orange, red, and then black.
Okay. So we'll start with the white first.
I would say, yeah, start with the white first because you have a white bugle bead, so you want to do the black on the bottom like I did.
Oh,
So it's like not white on white bead, then a
Right.
white bugle bead, right?
okay. So it's you have white, yellow, orange, red, black.
Yeah.
Okay, so white.
Sometimes you gotta hold these fringes back so that they don't get tangled in the thread.
Mm.
Three fringes.
And then a bugle bead.
Yeah.
And you did white and then 3 beads, right?
Yeah.
3 of your color. Okay. And then I go through them, right?
Only up through the bugle bead.
Okay.
Let the others just sit there and go up through the bugle bead.
Up to the bugle bead, through all the beads, right?
Yeah, except for the 3 bottom turquoise. You want to leave those ones
Right.
there. So it's like a stopper.
Oh, now I get why you like working off hanks. That would be so much easier. They'll be all ready to go on a thread.
Yeah.
Get
So then
your
what are,
little-
okay, what are the like the bags of the beads called then?
The bags of the beads.
Yeah.
Well, it is a hank. They are on hanks. Like if you buy a bag of beads and you pull them out, they are on hanks like strings.
Yeah.
So that is a hank.
Oh, okay.
So you're buying a bag of hanks of beads.
Okay. All these hanks.
Who's Hank? Just kidding.
What?
I hear you've been talking a lot about this Hank. Who is he? Just kidding.
Yeah.
I would like to know too.
Yeah. Joel will be like, "Who's Hank?" Just kidding. Never
That'll
mind
be
who
it.
Hank is. Just
That'll-
kidding.
That'll be an
I don't know
inside
who Hank
beading
is, that's my-
beading joke.
Yeah. I'm gonna go hang out with Hank tonight. Okay. Never mind.
Pictures will be Hank. Just kidding. Oh my God. We're not crazy. Oh my God.
All right. Copy.
No business over there. Just kidding.
There's so many different kinds of nice beads too that you can buy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the trading post. I was just like blown away. I was like, what the heck?
This is my first time
There's-
doing this type of beading, and it's actually not pretty interesting.
It's
I
fun,
like it
eh?
because you can make money out of it too. Like when you make
Yeah,
a pair of earrings and somebody might want to buy them for $25, if you're ever short on money, it's a good thing to do. Even just like
Yeah.
pop sockets. Everybody's loving beaded pop sockets right now.
Right.
But when you guys were talking about sewing machines, I have one, but I just don't know how to use it or thread it or anything.
Mm.
Yeah, I just got it. I guess probably just in the last month.
Oh yeah, that's exciting.
But a couple years ago, like 10 years ago, I did make my daughter's first jingle dress outfit.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was that hard work?
Not really. Just finding the cones was.
Oh
Tedious.
yeah.
Yeah, everything else, I know it. Yeah, it was actually not that fun.
Oh,
I
that's
had
good.
help from my family to help me because my grandmother makes star blankets up north, and my other auntie beads, so they kind of like try give pointers and stuff. But this is my
Nice.
first
Well,
time
that's
doing
what
it.
it,
Yeah, my first time
That's-
doing it on my own.
That's kind of why I was
Nice.
asking about sewing, since I have
Yeah,
this. I like doing
I wouldn't
blankets.
mind making a star blanket or something. Oh yeah.
That would be really cool. My cuckoo's done that. She makes one for every baby that's born in the family. So we all have one from her. Mine's really raggedy because mine's always really old.
That's the same thing my mother-in-law does too. All of her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren all have star blankets made by her.
Awesome.
And my hubby is actually the one who showed me how to do star blankets.
Oh, cool.
He used to help his mom and his granny cut.
That's
and
so
stuff.
sweet. So I have my first little buddy done, which is very exciting. I'll show you. My little first buddy.
Nice.
So so now I go up through the bugle bead and then I come back down the other one? Is that how that works?
Yeah. Yeah, you'll go back up inside the bugle bead that is holding that fringe on, and you'll come down the side and into the next bugle bead.
Did it.
For
Yeah.
me, I'm wondering why my one of my fringes seems really long. This third one,
I should have substituted that.
really long to me. And that's what I mean. If you don't like your design, sometimes you can even just crack off a bead or something like that. To see,
That's smart. I never
me,
thought about that.
it bugs me how like this one is sitting right beside that bugle bead, but this one, right, that bugle
Yeah.
bead is underneath. So it's almost like I want these 3 beads to be touching that bugle bead.
Cool.
And the way I can do that is I can crack off one of these turquoise beads. That's what I would do. I wouldn't bother the white or the color. I would do the bottom down here.
Right.
Dang.
What's going
And
on?
it could have been just that I grabbed too many fat beads right here, hey? Like this.
Right.
On that one, I could have grabbed too many fat beads while it's sitting so low. But I'm gonna leave it
I like
What
that.
the
because I'll probably just, I don't know, give them away after.
Give them to Chris's wife because we're stealing Chris away from her.
He said she doesn't wear big earrings.
Oh yeah, darn.
Ah.
Because
That's
I was
creative.
thinking I was thinking again today, I was like, why isn't Chris beading with us?
I know I need to make you a kit there, Chris. We should get you a little setup going too.
Sounds like a plan.
He'll want to bead when there's that flat stitch beading.
Yeah, that's gonna be really fun. I'm super pumped for that. I just do like one bead at a time sort of thing. I don't know if I think that's like the old way, but it's just a little bit easier for me as I'm sort of starting out.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so now I go back down through this one.
I'm going to start my middle row.
Okay.
2,
I can see why these would get sickening because I've made a bunch of knots around the fringe so many times already. Okay.
That's why I asked that you do 2 tops, right? Is that
Right.
I asked you to do both of the tops first before we even started on any fringes, is because the fringes are like, I can tell you right now, I don't usually make these kind of earrings because I don't really care to do fringes.
Right, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't really care to do the fringes because I find it's time consuming, it's tedious, but
Yeah,
they are pretty and lots of people want to know how to make them.
I'm very grateful for you to teach us this because it definitely requires a lot of patience. So you said, so the next one is where we're starting to see a bit of color variation, right? So
Yes,
that's where you
on the
have
second row.
On your second fringe, how much of the turquoise and how much of the white and the black do you have?
So on the very first one,
No, the
I
second
have,
one.
oh, the second one, I
Yeah.
have five turquoise at the top,
Okay.
Okay.
and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 white.
11
11.
white.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna ask you again after that. Just
Okay,
because
so
that's why that. Okay.
5 turquoise, 11 white. Sorry, I said I was gonna write it down and I didn't write it down. 11 white.
Oh, it just keeps wrapping around this whole. You're trying to try me, aren't you? 11 white. I see people online and they're beading with those like size 15s. Oh my gosh. That must be really tedious.
Can you imagine trying to bead with these with the delicas?
Oh my gosh.
Remember like I make the little tiny turtles
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Those little red
this,
dresses.
This is how I make those.
Okay.
Also too, exactly, I totally forgot about that. I was gonna say that maybe one of these days that could be something that we could do, is those little red dresses.
Oh
This
yeah, I
is
think
the-
people would
This
like
is the
that.
same, this is the same way to make the little red dresses is these brick stitch.
Okay.
And I know the little red dresses, like, oh, when I first made, like, I think I made like 2 pairs. After that, I was just tired of making red dresses.
Right.
And I was trying to make everyone look different. Like there was like this little bead right on the middle of the chest there. Or else
Oh, yeah,
on
like the
belt,
belt.
the belt part, there was the middle bead was a different color. So I'd always try to change those colors in every pair that I
Aw.
made so that they weren't all the same.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I was probably sure it was extra time consuming that way.
Yeah. And yeah, there was a lot of sales on those earrings. Everybody
Yeah.
loved them.
So there's 11 white, and then now we're doing the colors again, right?
On the second row?
Yeah.
Yeah. Second fringe.
So now there's black. Or there's colors, then there's black, right?
Colors and then black. Yes. 10 black.
Okay.
And then 12 of my solid color.
I bought these ones off this lady. Look at their
Oh
eagle.
wow.
Yeah,
That's
those
so
are brick
cool.
stitch. I like
I think
those.
that's
Yeah, that's the brick
nice.
stitch. It's like the top of these earrings all like working that way all the way throughout the earring.
Wow. So sorry, I'm gonna be annoying. I'm gonna write this down too, so I don't keep annoying the crap out of you. Okay, so there's 5 of the color, 11 white,
One yellow,
1
one
yellow,
orange,
1 orange,
one
1
red,
red.
10 black,
Okay,
and then 12 turquoise.
12. And then a bugle, right?
No, color again.
Oh,
After
There's
that
no bugle?
turquoise. Yeah, there is.
oh,
But
oh, the
see-
colors again, right?
Yeah.
And then you do your colors again. So, okay,
Yeah,
so,
so you're talking about here. So there's black
right.
and then turquoise and then
Okay.
color. And then the bugle bead.
Gotcha.
I'm heading out for the night, ladies. Enjoy the rest of your beading.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
I didn't even know. Is that Lana?
It's
Yeah.
Lana.
I didn't even know you were on there.
How far did you get?
I was beading something else. I was going to say it when Steph started talking because she knows I don't have the patience for this style.
She made one pair of earrings like this before, and then I remember I told her do your tops first, and she's like, why then when she was finally started doing the fringes, she's like, now I know why you said to do the tops first, because
Oh my
she didn't
gosh.
like doing the fringes.
I only have one top done because I was behind, but hopefully I don't hate my life after doing this. Okay, so okay, perfect. I'm gonna finish this up then. Okay, so that should be then. Hey, Chris, do you have a calculator handy? Want to do some math for me?
Sure, let it-
I'm just trying to add up all the number of beads that are on this. This should equal to 36 too then, hey? Or not 36,
It should
guess
be
whatever
longer
this-
because it should be longer because every fringe is getting longer as we go to the middle.
right. Okay, so I have 5 of my color, 11 white, 1 beige, or like 1 yellow, 1 orange, 1 red, 10 black, 12 teal, and then you do your colors again, right? So you're doing 5 colors, right? White, yellow, orange, red, black, and then bugle.
So for the whole thing, it's probably about 50 beads.
Okay,
I was just counting them because I was writing it down here.
right.
And then that whole row is probably about 50 beads.
46 plus the bugle bead and the 3 at the end.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, that's 50 beads.
Okay, so I have like the 11 white. Should I add another white if I'm adding my 5 colors, or should I just leave it?
11 white? Nope,
Yeah, because there's
that's
11,
because
11.
nope, 11 white is good. That's what I did. Because
And
it's
then
almost like having 10 white and then your color. That
Ah.
one white bead is in your color,
It's,
right?
it's part of your 5. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Yeah. Everybody goes quiet when they're just concentrating and picking up their beads.
Yeah, just dead silent. I was thinking about Hank, and I'm just kidding.
How much after the black?
On which bead? On which fringe?
The second one?
The second one. So right here,
Yes.
this blue.
Yes.
Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12, and then you'll start the color.
Okay.
And that's including the ones in your 5 there? Or,
What are you talking about, Jen?
sorry. Because I have to add those colors at the end of the feather, and then I have to add them again,
No,
right? So
that's
I'm just
that's
wondering.
not that's not adding it. I'm
Oh.
only talking the blue beads only for now.
Oh, okay.
So just the blue. There's 12 of them,
Oh,
Right
okay.
here.
Sorry about that.
and then black, red, orange, yellow, and white. Okay.
10 black. Okay. You're like, don't confuse me.
I was like, what is she talking about?
What the heck are you on about now, you?
What are you doing? What's baby doing?
I noticed my turquoise beads are really fat.
I was actually just going to ask you that. Do you notice like certain types are like really like lots of different shapes and some are pretty consistent? Because I feel like
Yeah.
my turquoise ones are like all over the map, and then my black ones are pretty consistent. Like I don't have to try as hard to make sure they're the right size.
Yeah, same with my turquoise ones. They're like almost all the same, but they're all fat.
Yeah. I'm having that problem with well, not that it's a problem per se, but it's just like they're a bit more my black ones are like pretty uniform, but these teal ones some are a bit wonky.
Oh, I
Wonky
was
donkey.
looking through some and I was like, oh, I just want one skinny bead and I can't find it.
It's like, got me some slack.
Okay, see what it was meaning. Oh, that's gonna be good one. I don't know. See what I was meaning about my fringes, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes when you look at your design, see how my fringe is going to end up that short. So it's right next to it. So I have to do something here, right? And I probably have to add a couple more turquoise beads just to bring it down a little bit further. That way it sits with these ones. So this bugle bead should be about right there. So I have that
Yes.
space in there. So I could probably add 2
Mm,
more
I see what you're
turquoise
saying.
beads. Yeah, because this fringe is sitting right beside the other fringe. And I don't want that.
Yeah, right
This
now
off
my,
and-
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
My black one at the end of my like feather, like, so I have the 12 black, and then I do, sorry, 10 black, and then I do 10 teal, and then I do my colors again, right?
10 black,
That's
12 after that.
12 colors. Gotcha.
No,
I got a little, huh? 12, you do the 10 black, and then the colors.
Are you,
Sorry, 10,
which one? Which fringe are you on?
The second one.
The second one. So there's 2. Yeah, there's 10 black, and then there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of my turquoise ones. And
Okay.
then color.
Okay, that's where I got too excited there. I started putting on colors again. It looked all wackadoodle. Doo-doo-doo. Time goes by fast. What time is it now?
Almost that time.
Wow. You know what? It's really nice though that when we end this now, it's daytime. Last time we ended it last week, it was pretty dark out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Makes it not feel like we're, you know, we're missing out on the whole evening. If you got stuff to do, like feed
Yeah.
yourself. Or-
I'm on my last fringe, but mine is how you're not supposed to do it. They're all the same length.
Oh,
Hey, it's my learning one.
also mine, I made a mistake. I thought we were going shorter in the middle, but we're supposed to go longer. So this is my.
Oh, it looks good
No,
though. It's impressive.
at least you got the hang of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I
That's
appreciate
the whole point, is just getting the hang of it, and then after that, and that's when a lot of designs can come into play.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the hard part about starting this is like now we have access to so many bead designs, and like you can see stuff online and it's so amazing, and you're like, oh my god, I'm never gonna get to that level. So you
Yeah.
start off and you're like, oh, mine's just all haggard.
Do you guys look on Pinterest?
I look on Instagram mostly, but yeah, Pinterest I'm sure is just a whole other world.
Oh
Yes.
my god, Pinterest. I could spend all day on Pinterest.
Yeah.
I've added some of my beadwork to Pinterest, and you know, if you add to Pinterest, it goes to Google.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I've added some of my beadwork to Pinterest, and I have this little one that says things that I've made, and
Yeah.
all of those things have ended up on Google. I'm like, hey, who took my beadwork?
Excuse me. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
but it's
That's
on,
good to
It's
know.
on Google.
Now just put it on Etsy and start selling it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm on middle bead. See, I added 2 more turquoise, and it made the fringe sit a little bit better.
Oh, nice.
See?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, look at that. Wow, I love how bright that is.
Yeah.
Dibs. No, I'm just kidding.
When I first started and I seen these white bugle beads on these colors, I was like, I don't like it. But now that it's starting to come together, I think I really like it.
Yeah.
Now I can see the colors and I can see the feather in it. I'm liking them.
Cool. Okay, so I'm on my last 3 on this row here. So put my colors on, and
What
then
I like
go
is
up.
when you get to the middle,
Oh,
after you're done the middle one, then all the other ones are, you could just count the beads on the other fringes. Like all these fringes will be the same on this side.
Oh yeah.
Unless you look at it, like say, if you go like this and you look at it, if your fringes, like say what I would do sometimes, is see how it's sitting on that line right there. I would
Yeah.
make sure when my fringe, I do this fringe that it's sitting on that line, that they're all the same length. And if they're not, sometimes I would crack a bead off of there. Even if like
Okay.
say, even if there was 11 turquoise beads on this side and 11 on this side, but this one looked longer, I would still crack
Yeah.
a bead.
Okay.
And that's what I mean about sometimes counting them works, sometimes counting them doesn't work.
Right.
It's all about what looks good to you in your eye.
Yeah, that's a good thing to think about, because I think sometimes you just never know if it's gonna. Wow, what a difference with the long needle though. I am glad I switched, because that would have been tough to put all these beads on here and not create some sort of super
Yeah.
knot.
This is the tedious part, is the fringes. And sometimes that's why I'm like, I don't want to make those earrings because of the
Yeah.
fringes. Especially
Yeah.
if the earring is like imagine doing an earring that's like 13 rows wide, like
Right.
double those bugle beads.
How does
And then
this-
the earring would be really wide.
Right.
But I find the wider you go, the more your work will curl.
Okay. Yeah, I see some
Okay.
really big ones, and you start to see that
Yeah.
start to kind of fall in. Hey, it just
Yeah.
doesn't really.
And then they curl inwards like this.
Yeah.
And like I said, sometimes you could just add, like, if the hook is sitting this way, turn your earring around and just add clear nail polish,
Okay.
and it'll sit nice and flat and it'll be hard.
Okay.
Well, I think we're almost at that time, aren't we?
So what happens when we get to the end? Like, how do we just do the same thing that we did for the short
the loop?
side?
For the loop, remember what we did for the loop at the top of the earring, how we just worked our way through the beads? That's usually what
Yeah.
I do. Sometimes I'll do that and I'll come out that loop, and then that's where I'll tie it off, and then I'll burn it off at the loop.
And you said to leave it like a little bit slack so it doesn't curl, right?
Your fringes, you want to make sure they're not too tight and not too loose,
Okay.
because you don't want them to be, you want them to dangle nicely. You don't want them to be all stiff, but also you don't want the thread to come loose in right underneath there. See,
Right.
I've had some earrings that I've done before, and then the thread was sitting like after I was done, the thread looked like that.
Oh yeah.
And you don't want that, right? So
Yeah.
make sure it's a little tight, but not too tight. Like
Okay.
to where your fringes are nice and dangly.
Ooh.
I think I'll finish this earring in a while. That way I have one.
Do you mind if I quickly write down? So there should be 1, 2 more rows till I get to the middle, right?
You're on
I'm
the
not
second
here.
row.
I just finished the second one.
You have one more row after, yeah, this 2 more rows and you'll be at the middle.
Okay. And do you mind telling me the numbers roughly?
Okay,
And
so
maybe I'll keep working on this one.
so you're on the 3rd row, right?
Yeah.
It'll be 3 turquoise,
Okay.
15 white. And then the one yellow, one orange, and one red.
Okay. And then one black.
11 black.
Okay.
$13 turquoise. And then the colored ones.
So one white, one yellow.
Yeah. One orange. One red. One black. Bugle. And then 3 turquoise. Did you get that, Jen?
Yeah. So 3 teal, 15 white, one yellow, one orange, one red, 11 black, 13 turquoise, 1 white, 1 yellow, 1 orange, 1 red, 1 black, 1 bugle, and three turquoise.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you want me to do the middle row?
Yeah, and then that should be good. I just do the opposite way back, right?
Yeah, and then when you're after the middle, then everything else will be the same as the other side.
Okay. So now it's the middle row that I'm counting.
Yeah. Okay, 2
Okay.
turquoise,
Okay.
1 white, 7 black,
Oh, don't fail me now, pen. There we go. Okay.
1 yellow,
Okay.
1 orange,
One yellow, you said?
1 yellow, 1 orange, 1 red,
Okay. And then
11 black.
11
After
black.
that one red, it's 11 black.
Okay.
Then I'll go 1 white, 1 black, 1 white, 1 black,
Okay.
1 white.
Okay.
And 6 black.
Okay.
14 turquoise.
14. And then your 5 colors.
Yeah, and then the 5 colors at the bottom and the bugle bead.
Okay. 1 white.
And then can you take a picture of that and send it to me or email it to me and then I can send it out too?
Yeah, you know what? I'll do it like on a Word document or something like that, and I'll try to put a picture of the earring beside
Okay.
if
Perfect.
that might help.
Okay, I think, yeah. So I have 2 teal, 1 white. How much black again? So 1 teal, 1
7,
white.
I did it.
then 7 black.
Okay, 7 black, and then 1. Is there 1 white and then yellow, red,
No,
orange? Okay,
no.
Jen, Steph, look.
nice. Oh, nice.
I like how that
Looks
blue
really good.
shines. That blue
Yeah,
looks so
it's
nice.
I got them
very
in
pretty.
too.
Nice.
Hmm.
Okay, so sorry, I'll go through it again. Sorry. 1, is it 2 teal at the top or 1?
Do you want me to read it back what I have?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 turquoise,
Okay.
1 white,
Yeah.
7 black, 1 yellow,
Okay.
1 orange,
Okay.
1 red,
Mhm.
11 black, 1 white, 1 black, 1 white, 1 black, 1 white, 6 black, 14 turquoise, then the 5 colors, your bugle bead, and then the 3 turquoise.
Okay, perfect. So after the 11 black, it's 1 white, 1 black, 1 white, 1 black, 1 white, 6 black, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I think I got it. Thank you so much. So I can keep on trucking.
Yeah. Oh.
So you go up the bugle bead that you started from with this fringe, and then you come back down the next one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. What time is it now? Are we wrapping up?
Can you grab me a Pepsi? Oh yeah,
Yes,
it's
I
almost
can.
7:15.
Okay, thank you so much. I guess we can wrap it up. Does anybody have any questions, or are we good to go?
And I'll put this out. I'll work on getting this before the weekend. That we can just
Awesome.
email it out to everybody.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Good night.
This is fun. Night.